Hey everyone, I'm a few minutes early. Just wanted to make sure everything was working right and we didn't have any delays. And whoops, we didn't have any delays. And whoops, guess we better turn that down. Just want to make sure it's working. I'm just sitting here crocheting, trying to keep my hands warm. Hey, good times, Jen. How are you? How is the weather where you're at? We are in Georgia, and boy, we had some rain last night. The rain finally went over, well, just an hour ago, but now we got this nice little cold breeze. It says it feels like 49. Yep, freezing in Arkansas. Did y'all get any tornadoes in Arkansas? Hey, always gardening. Hey, Teresa. Good morning to you. Um Yeah, we didn't really, I mean, we expected a lot of rain and we had to put hay in all of um our barns. Hey Danny, I was just thinking about you. Oh, well, I had to cancel yesterday, Danny, because I had all this hay and this rain that was coming and storms, and I had to make sure that it got in all the barns. Everybody was fed and put up. Um Boy, it's soggy here. Oh my gosh. We got an inch and a half of rain. The winds got up to about 17 or 18, which is not really bad. Unless you have, 80-year-old pecan trees cracking. Definitely. Um, let's see. Jen said we already had that rain. Oh yeah, super clear tonight. Got some great pics of the stars. Really? Not much wind. We are supposed to get down to 32 tonight. Over the next few days, we're going to get down to 27. Next week, we're going to get down to 19. So yeah, we're going to kind of hit that storm. So I postponed yesterday to today because I wanted to make sure that everybody was had plenty of hay, and because I have some pregnant nannies, so I didn't want to. Oh yeah, it always happens too. As soon as we have a big storm, it's like the barometer changes and they gotta go. So, but we didn't have any babies last night, none that I found anyway this morning. So yeah, um, let's see. Doris says I should be crocheting. I have a few gifts to finish up. I'm making scarves for a few people at church. Oh, nice. Well, I am making for the first time. I am trying to make a pair of slipper booties, and I've got this. It's like a black camo. I can't remember. Seems like I won it in a giveaway from Angela, my precious yarnery. I think it came in her package. Let's see. Danny says we've got to do this mail call because I don't know when I will be able to again. Oh, you're absolutely welcome. I did. The first thing is like, oh my gosh, that is going right over Danny, because other than family in Oklahoma and Texas, you know, Danny is right in between us. So yeah, and she did, it looks like she got a lot of those bad storms too. But yes, I have some mail calls to do today also, and I should have already done them this morning, but um and I went to a Christmas party Monday night, and I won some really great bee stuff. Um, a complete beehive and some things to go with it, little jars to put my honey in. I got a really cool sign. So yeah, I'll be doing that this afternoon. That mail call. And I got a box. Where did I put it? I got a box from my sister, and it's killing me to open it. It's just killing me because I'm the all-time peeker. I love to peek. uh, Oh, Teresa says tornadoes tore up Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi. It was rough for a few days in the South. Yes. I have family in Wichita Falls. I have family in Dallas, Mesquite, Houston, um, over it towards Terrell. So I've got them all the way across. And then, of course, Oklahoma, not even counting Oklahoma, all the family I still have there. So, but I have not heard from any of them. And of course, the times difference, I didn't want to call them at 6 this morning. Um, yeah, thanks, Teresa. Yeah, I mean, at least everybody I know didn't have such terrible devastation as I've seen online. Um, Doris says we're just having unreasonably cold weather. We already had a snow in October, which is unheard of for Oregon. Oh, I meant to ask you what area you were in. Uh, are you up towards Vancouver? I lived in Portland back in the 70s and Beaverton in that area. I lived up there 2 years. I loved Oregon. And and we had a lot of rain. We didn't I don't ever recall in the 2 years I was up there that we ever had snow, but I love that area, and I have a friend in Vancouver, Washington, um, that we have been friends with since we were in 8th grade. Wow. Hey, Cobalt, how are you? How's the weather where you're at? Because that storm, I mean, really, I guess it's gone up north now. It looks like there's snow. There's dropping snow, but I don't think we're going to get any snow. Even next week when it gets down to 19 and it says it's going to be rainy and cold. Yes, Cobalt. What part of the country are you in? Are you in the mid up north? Jen says, yeah, I thought we were going to get more rain and wind. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't either. But I mean, we were really just, I mean, right now it says it's only 17 out there, but everything is really whipping. So I'm hoping that my internet, I had to come over to the camper. Um, so I'm hoping my internet holds out, and I really don't want to go to town, but I've got errands to run and I just have to get out. And I'm terrible. I would be happy just to stay home. Definitely. Doris says we're in Santiam Canyon, east of Salem, southeast of Salem. Really? I don't think I've ever been up in that area, but just being a canyon, it sounds really neat. Um, I didn't go to a lot of places in when I lived in Oregon. And Cobalt, you're from North Carolina. Okay, so you had that nasty rain also, or did it miss you? Because sometimes when it goes across me in Georgia, it kind of just skirts up and goes straight up to the Virginias. It's like I don't know, but when I lived in Oregon, we went over to the coast, Cannon Beach, I think it was called, because yeah, we're talking about a long time ago. Cobalt says it's nasty rain and cold, raw wind. Yeah. So my 17-mile-an-hour wind is nothing to you then, because you're probably closer to the mountains than I am. I'm not. I'm in mid Georgia, so it's flat here. But Cannon Beach was all rocks. It's the only beach I ever went to that was just had lots of rocks. And I thought they were cool, just because they were just the formations were so neat. Ooh, the wind is blowing my camper here. Um, Cannon Beach is lovely. Yes, Doris. Um, and I loved going over to the beach. It was the first, it might have been some of the first memories of the beach. And I was a teenager, because in Oklahoma, of course, there's no beach, and we didn't get to go that many places. For one, we didn't have the money to do it, and she was always in studies or working. So, and she was a single mother, so Y'all know how that is. Um, but Cannon Beach was just one of those things, and then later we took a trip to Tillamook, and I love that place. About 7 years ago, my husband and I, we took some of the family and we went across. We were our idea was to go. We were going to go to Montana. We had never been to Montana, and it's like, let's take our trip, and we were going to be gone 3 or 4 weeks, and let's take our trip to Montana. Well, then another one of the children wanted to go, and so his family went and followed in a different car. We took a couple of the grandkids in our camper with us. Um, so we all were heading towards Montana. Well, you know what we ended up being? We went all the way over to Oregon. We went up to Victoria, Canada. We took a ferry. We were gone a long time. I thought that the Border Patrol was going to get us. We had to get a special letter faxed to us so that we could give to them about taking my daughter's children over. So we didn't think that far ahead, but I mean, it was a great trip, but we got to see so many states. And honestly, we have been in or driven in all of the United States except for Michigan. Hey, Mr. Boots, how are you doing, Stephen? And I suppose that Tennessee is nice and chilly this morning also. Yes, we had a wonderful trip, and we drove to, I mean, we always wanted to go to Deadwood, South Dakota, and we always wanted, hey Lisa, how are you? Adventures in Michigan with Lisa. So we wanted to do that. We wanted to go to Sturgis. Now, we're not motorcycle people, but that's a neat place. That's really a neat place, and Deadwood's a neat place. And uh, there wasn't really anything in Sturgis because there was nothing going on. So it seemed a little bit disappointing. But a lot of the shops were even closed because I guess when the motorcycle, whenever that happens, I'm not sure. Um, it wasn't during the summer where we were at. It was like May or something. Um, but yeah, who did I miss? Um, oh, I thought it said hello, Jan. It said hello, Jen. It's my glasses. Um, so we drove probably 5,000 miles. I mean, it was a long ways. We did get to Montana. That was where we were headed, was Montana, and we weren't pulling a camper, we were driving an RV camper. Those are pretty cool. And we bought it just for that trip because we were going to rent one, and for the price they wanted to rent it, we bought a used one. And we kept it for several years, and I really hate that we got it. What, all right, something is Nightbot is doing it to me again. I don't know why. I thought I invited him and now he's not. Somehow he's not working here. Um I guess. I don't know why, Jen. It just says that it hid you. Um does anybody want to help me moderate? I don't have any my moderators here today. Danny, she's probably already gone because she's got stuff to do. But is there anyone? Oh, emojis. Yeah, that was probably it, Jen. There is crazy. I have to put on there that allow people to do emojis. I guess that was it. Um, Let me see. I'm learning all about this stuff. I've only had Nightbot on the last couple. Um, let's see if I can do this. I was on somebody's yesterday for a few minutes, and he made everybody in the room a moderator. He said, I know everybody here. Let's be moderators. Oh, thanks, Doris. Um, but you never know who's going to show up that you need to boot out really fast. Because I don't have any settings with Nightbot yet, other than please hit the thumbs up. I was just playing with it and trying to figure it out. Because If anybody knows me, I'm tech challenged, and I'm not ashamed to say it. um, yeah. Oh yeah, she can do emojis now. She's all happy doing the happy dance. um, I just adjusted Nightbot. Oh, good deal. um, not that I go live, but I do premieres. And I don't understand premieres yet. I'll probably have to get with you to ask you about that. I don't really know how to do a premiere, and I see people doing them, and I join, and I look at them and stuff when they say they're on. But it's like I'm going to have to look into that. I figured I'd do baby steps, um, just little baby steps, and Nightbot was my baby step a couple of weeks ago. So only had mods are exempt from emojis. I won't abuse it. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Hey, Gummy Doolittle. Yes, you are. And thanks for your helpers. Yeah, I'll be a pro soon. Yeah, she knows I'm tech challenged. That's my sister. For anybody who doesn't know, Gummy Doolittle. That's Donna. Um, I sort of goaded her in to getting her channel a few months ago. It's like, you got all this great footage from all of her travels because they do RV traveling, I mean, many times a year. And they have some really great footage. And she does a little cooking, and, you know, we are totally different. Totally. And so she's actually doing really well. And I'm telling you, her shorts took off. She's got some shorts that went to 14,000 overnight. It's like, dang, I have never done that. The most I have is like 4,000. Let's see. Just when you post, just let me get my glasses right. Got to have my trifocus so I can read. Just when you schedule to post a video, you can choose public, private, unlisted, or schedule a different time. Then there is a box to make the scheduled video as a premiere. Yes. Um, I didn't erase your message, Lisa. Something happened. Um, yes. So if and I don't have any problem with dropping their links. I am more than willing to help anybody who would like to do that. Absolutely. Um, Gummy says I have hit like 100,000 in 2 months of views. Yes, can you believe that? Now, it doesn't, we all know that it doesn't really give you too many subs, and she has gotten some subs from them, but you don't get many. More it's more views, and I think I'm close to 50,000 views in 2 years. But I didn't have that kind of luck with the shorts in the beginning. I've had a few that went over several thousand, but um, I'll get there. Hey, Diane Dorrance, how are you today? So glad to see you here. Gummy says it's just excitement of views. Oh yeah, and I tell her don't be looking at the views all the time. Don't look at those analytics all the time. And it's hard not to. But and she knows that I don't look at mine very often because she'll say, "Did you see your video? What it went to?" And I go, "No, I haven't. I haven't looked." So she keeps me apprised of what mine are doing. She's like, "Can you believe that?" Now her husband got on the tractor with me, and he's really proud of this now because he's famous now. He got on the tractor with me while they were visiting here, and it was like 15 seconds, and we were moving a pile of sand so that the little boy could play in the sand. And so we were just dumping a pile of sand, and honestly it was 15 seconds, and I don't know, she could tell you it's probably over 4,000 views. And he's like, man, I don't know, it may not be that much, but anyway, she's got a lot of them. I lose track of them. But and I know, I just started doing a few using my community tab, because I mean, it forever, it took me. I was over 500 before. Well, I did get it on the Little Wendy's Daydreaming, my craft channel. Um, I got my community tab, so I've been trying, but I've never done a live on the on the craft channel. I guess I need to do that, but I figured once I learn to do it on this channel, then I can do it on that channel too. Um, but it has some decent views also. But I cannot get over, y'all. I don't know how to. I cannot get over like seven. I was at 706, 711, dropped back down to 705, and I'm just teetering between 10, and it's like I'm not doing anything different. I don't know. I mean, as a matter of fact, I'm doing more. I'm putting more videos out. I'm doing that little challenge that me and Donna are doing. Oh, hey, Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. How are you, Susan? Good to see you. So I think I'm doing the right things. It's just I've been stuck and it's like, okay, I just can't look at it anymore because it's driving me nuts. I shouldn't be looking at it. I'm glad you came, Sue. I'm glad you came, Stephen. Everyone, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Stephen, for reminding us all. And we will see you on your next one. And let's see. Oh my gosh. Um, Thank you. I appreciate that, Susan. Thank you. Doris says your rooster's crowing, then mine will crow. Oh, they're talking to each other, aren't they? um, Also, I have headphones on, so they're not competing. Oh, really? So they don't hear mine. Oh, yeah. Y'all go over to Boots. Um, he is a very helpful person. They are, and I love to watch them dance. Hello, Heather's chubby hubby. How are you? Good to see you. Um, so yeah, it's like I love to watch them dance. Now, back in my day when my knees wasn't bad, I did go dance, you know, and we learned dancing in school. We learned round dancing and square dancing, and we learned country line dancing, and so we did learn those kind of dances. But sometimes the knees are just they don't want to participate. um, yeah, we're doing good. Heather, chubby hubby, and we're just trying to stay warm. Got over the rain last night. I'm telling you, there's some really devastating weather that comes through um, the Gulf Coast. I mean, it's unreal. Um, well, the Gulf Coast, and then what do you call the coast over in Texas? Um, I don't know them all. Um, Teresa says she's above ground and doing well. Yeah, it used to be, well, if I got out of bed and I'm having my coffee, I guess I'm okay. So, yeah, but yeah, I didn't know if y'all could hear the roosters. I really downsized so I don't have as many roosters, but those darn things crow all night long. I don't know why. There's nothing going on. Dora says dance lessons have been on my list for a while, but hubby is introverted, and now it's even more challenged with kiddos. Someday, if my knees hold out. Yes, my husband is not one of those either. He's like, no, you're not getting me on the dance floor. The most dancing he ever did was dance with me when we got married and dance with me when the kids got married. So that was it. So if I was going to do dancing, I would have to be out there by myself. Next time we go to Kentucky, maybe I'll get out there with him and try it. But yeah, um, Jen says our guineas will be squawking all night. Go to sleep. Yeah, I mean all night. It doesn't take, but even when I go out there to check on them, they go to cackling and carrying on. It's like, guys, you see me every day. I'm not a stranger. Not a stranger. but I don't have the guineas anymore. Um, we just had the predators just pop them off, and we just couldn't keep them. And so finally we just sold them all in the summertime. When they lifted the bird ban, then we sold a lot of ducks and guineas and roosters. Some that I had raised, I had like 50 roosters. Y'all don't want to know how many chickens I have still. But and eggs, I I keep enough for us, but I can't believe the price of the eggs. I took a picture of I think I told y'all last week about this cheese deal. When I went to Walmart, I wanted some Kraft Deluxe unwrapped cheese. And to me, the sliced cheese, that's the best ones there are. Um, let's see. I'm loving having our own eggs. Jen says, yes, yes. I haven't bought an egg in 7 years. And I honestly don't think I could eat one out of the store because it's just not, they just don't have any taste. So, we just, uh, if I get extra eggs and I don't sell them, and people are like, "Oh, you want $3 for a dozen eggs?" I go, "Well, I got $50 into feeding him." So, finally I just, it's like, okay, we're just going to eat them. The family's going to eat them, and if we have any left over, if I have them longer than 2 weeks, I will just boil them. And what I do is I just take them and I smash them after they're boiled and throw the shell and everything into their pens because I have some separate pens. So, and I had them running out, about and free ranging, but the foxes and the coyotes come up in the middle of the daytime, and it's just, they're picking them off. Oh, let's see. Jen says, right, $3 is a steal. Yeah, I was happy to pay $3 at the farmer's market. She says, yeah, I mean, and someone from maybe California said they were $5 a dozen. Is that not crazy? But this block of cheese, and y'all made it's got 24 slices in it, so it's about this long. It's not the regular, and I looked at it and it said it was $19.78. And I thought, and so I looked at the label and it said that it was deluxe craft cheese. And I thought, oh my gosh, they've got to be mismarked this. There's just no way it's $19.78. And so I complained about it, but like, I don't know. Nobody knows anything. So my sister and I was talking the other day and she goes, that's got to be for a bigger block of cheese. So, and then it hit me. It's for the big loaf. But even then, that's $20 for, there's 100 slices. Job for them. It's hard enough for me to shop and pay the prices they want for things that I really can't do without, or I think that I really want. Gummy says 6 dozen. Oh, six for a dozen of medium or even small eggs in California where she's at. Oh, whew, yeah. I I might go back to powdered milk, powdered eggs and powdered milk. Lisa says, I seen eggs 4.69 a dozen. Yes, makes you want to get your own chickens until you have to buy a 50-pound bag of chicken feed that used to be 8.95 here, and I think now it's like 14.95 or something. So, I mean, it's almost doubled. And so that's when it's like, okay, these guys are going to go free ranging. Hey, Joy Bless Life, how are you? Good to see you. Um, how is it in Tennessee? Um, but I mean, it's got to start going down. I mean, really, how much further can the prices go up, really? But to pay $19.78, I keep saying that 78. Why don't they just say $20? Yeah, just say 20 bucks. We want you 20 bucks. It's cold in Tennessee Smokies. Oh, yeah. Well, it wouldn't be so cold here if even 17-mile-an-hour winds. It's not that windy, but it's cold enough to give you a little chill. You can see I'm dressed a little warmer today and I've got layers on. Had to put my hat on because outside it is chilly, very chilly. Um, oh, thank you, Heather's Chubby Hubby, for putting that up. The Little Wendy's Daydreaming, for those that don't know, is my craft channel where I do all my crafts and soap making and really anything that doesn't have to do with taking care of animals. Um, is what I do over there. I learned really early on that my sewing or my crocheting could not compete with the cute little furry, funny, cute animals. It just couldn't compete. So I decided to split it up. But I don't know if you can or how to, but I do have some of my videos from sewing and some of my crafts on this channel, and I don't have them saved because I mean, I did them on my phone, and I had to every time I loaded up something, I had to delete it because didn't have the space. So I don't have the means to transfer them or re-upload them to the other one, and I don't know how to do that part. That's another one of those challenging things for me to think about. Now, I did hear someone, and somebody may know this, that they were going to upload a certain video on both of their channels. I didn't think you could do that. I thought if you had the same video, you could only put it on one channel. So I don't know. If y'all know that, tell me, you know, the very same video. Excuse me. But because I do have some sewing that I wouldn't mind moving over to the craft channel, and a couple of the yarn ones uh, that I could move over. Jen says, I don't see why you can't upload a video to two channels. Okay. I mean, just had it in my head, and it may have just been my imagination that you couldn't do that. You couldn't load one video because something had to do with getting double watch time hours. Um, that they wouldn't be considered valid watch time hours on both channels. Um, just don't delete it from yours. Oh yeah. So if I could transfer it out of there and then re-upload it to the other one, that I'd make one of them private. Um, see, I'm learning this. Joy says I upload video clips from my JBL videos to Storyteller Donnie and my dog channel. You do? Well, that's good to know. Now I have taken a clip and done a short out of one video with the same stuff, but and put music to it or whatever. But I really don't like doing TikTok. That's just not my I don't know, it's just not comfortable. I don't there's a lot of stuff on there that I don't care to look at, and I don't know, some of it's just kind of stupid. I mean, it's just I don't know. There's some things that I just don't like to look at, and it just seems like, you know, I want my channel to be real. I don't want it to all be uh, you know scripted and put on and make to look better than it is. I don't want to do that. So that's why I don't do TikTok. Because there are some that's good, but there's a lot of just junk too. Um let's see. Heather's hubby chubby says, I bet he gets caught at some point. Yes, yes, yes. That's seen a channel that has another as well. He runs the same live on both channels. I don't know what he gets for watch time. Yeah. See, that to me that seems like that's something that they would frown on. And eventually they like you said they'll do it. Yeah, Jen, you think TikTok is well, I don't know. There's just a lot of things on there that I wouldn't want my children to watch. My grandchildren, I wouldn't want them to. Um, I only did a TikTok for the Arby's challenge. Yes, I saw your Arby's channel challenge. I don't know how y'all ate that hot stuff. And I have at least 1 or 2 grandsons that love that hot stuff, and whoo, burns me up. I can't do it. I cannot. Um, so yeah, Teresa says, "I don't do TikTok because it's owned by China." Really? No, I didn't know that. Um, I just know it didn't feel right. Yeah, Jen, you like hot stuff? I don't, maybe in the day I would eat nachos with jalapenos on 'em. That would be about as much as I could eat. And if chili is too hot, I can't do it. But if I put some sour cream in it, it does help. And when we go out to eat Mexican, I will eat their mild sauce. I can't eat that super flaming stuff. And I also ask for a sour cream, so I mix mine. Nobody will eat out of the bowl after I mix that because nobody wants that white stuff floating, they said. But that's okay. I get my own. Lots of hackers on TikTok. Really, Teresa? Um, it's hard to get away from these hackers. No matter what you do, it just seems like, I mean, they're waiting. Um, Heather's Chubby says, yes, China owns it, but it's mostly blocked in China. Oh, if that tells you anything. Oh, yeah, that's kind of odd, isn't it? Oh, yeah, I eat all spicy stuff, made real hot sauerkraut. Oh, really? Need to post the video. It's lost in the archives and all the videos on my phone. Oh, yeah, I know about that. Lisa says TikTok is for a short attention span. Yes, YouTube is doing shorts. Yes, uh, I heard in February next year we'll be getting watch time for our shorts. Oh, that will be terrific if we got watch time. Joy says we do not run the same lives on both channels. That is too much repetition. Donnie has his own live stream with style of painting and gospel messages. JBL is out live streaming the Smokies. Oh, really? Um, thank you, Doris. Um, but if you, I don't know, I've had shorts that got 1 or 2 views, and then I've had shorts that overnight would that got 1,000 views. And seems like the shortest ones get more views than the ones that are a minute. And I'm telling you, one of my little goats in the Zoomies, I mean, they have the Zoomies every day, and I just happened to capture a little bit of it. And I mean, it was 15 seconds and it went to 4,000 overnight. And well, that would be terrific if we would um, get credit for those because, some of us do really well and some not. And I try not to put more than one, occasionally more than one if I just happen to capture something. But I try not to put too many on because I really want them just to come back for my content. If you like the content I put out, I would rather you come and watch, even half of it. And yeah, it is hard. We all know it is hard to, sometimes you get distracted or the phone rings or something and you have to get off and you forget to go back. Um, but I've tried to start making a list of, I'm going to run this channel and this channel. And I have a computer that's, it was repaired by my brother-in-law after the post office messed it up. That's another story. But I do have that old Apple computer, and I do run playlist to help out, and it does come in handy that way, and it'll keep running. It won't shut off. It'll just keep running and as long as the videos, and then I'll go back and I'll give them a heart and give them some attention. But if I'm outside and I'm listening to it on my phone, then I may not be hitting the thumbs up or any of that. So I do try to come back and react to them because I've listened to them, you know. Um, let's see. Doris says, I've only had short little videos on my chicks and YouTube turned them into shorts. Oh, really? Oh, because of the phone being straight up, vertical, vertical, horizontal. Um, I had one of some little ducks that was swimming around in a little it was an old, rib package that you get at Walmart where you get a little rack of ribs that's already got barbecue sauce on them. My husband will get those sometimes, and I cleaned it up and it had water in it and these baby ducks, they were a day old, and they were playing and carrying on, and one of them kept grabbing the other one's leg and trying to drag him out, and I put that video up, and it really did well. I mean, really well. So, I mean, it was kind of some of my first stuff that I did. I really need to go back to the beginning and clean up some of the earlier ones and put tags and stuff that I didn't do and I didn't know about, because I had to, what some didn't tell me or what I remembered, I had to go back and clean them up. Um, let's see, where did I miss? Sometimes the chat gets away from me and I have to go back. Um, Yes, it is time for YouTube. Took any video around a minute and made them into shorts. I didn't know that they would do that. Shorts with the phone straight up and down, keep them under 1 minute. Yes, absolutely. Um, and anyone that I like when Gummy started hers, I said be sure because I saw one that her short was the other way. Well, I guess I had failed to tell her that because she didn't know. And so now that I tell her that, then she can when she's making a new video, with the grandson or something, then she can hold the phone, the way for the shorts if she plans on making shorts. So yeah, up and down. But there's some channels and every video they make, regardless of the time, it's straight up and down. And it is hard to see them because you're wanting to see what's on the side. It's like I can't see, it's so blurry. I want to see the interesting stuff that's happening over there too. Doris says, I thought it was because of, oops, I thought it was because the video was so short. I'm a newbie. Um, I didn't know that they would do it, make it a short if it was under a minute. But sometimes it's a challenge to get them under a minute because there's such cute stuff going on. It's like, oh man, I'm gonna cut all that out, and that's some of the best stuff. So then you can make two shorts out of it if it's really that good. But if we're not getting credit for it, you hate to draw all those views and you don't pick up any subs or you don't pick anybody up that's going to come back. Um let's see, Michigan Lisa says and put shorts after the title, right? Hashtag shorts. That's right, that's a key thing. Joy says YouTube allows you to have two channels per phone number. Really? Two channels? Huh. I didn't know that. I mean, I have three channels um on my, well, one is on a different email address. I take that back. Oh, so I guess I do because the little grandkids, they have a little unboxing toys, and so I put theirs on their own, because theirs is made for kids, and I turn the comments off, so theirs is a little bit different. That was the only way they were allowed to have a channel, is to not interact with people, which is the safe way to do it. But I didn't know that. Heather's chubby hubby says my shorts are too long to be short. Yeah, isn't that funny? Laughing out loud. We won't go there. But yeah, so darn, I can't believe that it's already this Thursday seemed like a funny day to be having. I like Wednesdays. Wednesdays are good. There's a lot of people on it Wednesdays though, but Thursdays are okay too. But my husband, if he's home on Wednesday, I cannot be on the computer because we've got stuff to do in the house. We've got stuff to do outside with the animals, so he's got his day planned if he's off, even though I might have my day planned anyway. So I might have to think about Thursdays too, or change up if it doesn't work out. Um, Lisa says I have a few blink shorts myself. Is that like 5 seconds? Those kind of um, Joyce says you can monetize 2 channels per phone number. Donnie and I have 2 phone numbers each. Only JBL is monetized though. Oh, really? Um, yeah, because you got 2,500. So if anybody hasn't gone over to Joy Bless Life, please go over there. She's working towards the 2,500 if she hasn't made it. I checked a couple of days ago. So she hasn't made it yet. Um, what is all the pink hearts? What's that? Um, hello. I'm not sure. That's somebody new. How are you? Somebody can check it out. Um, so yeah, have y'all got your shopping done yet? Just cute hearts. Yeah, okay. Yes, no. I thought I had not seen you. Um, so so everyone get uh your shopping done. I think I have 2 grandchildren. It's a new emoji YouTube added. Oh, really? I thought it was cute with the little hands. I had never seen that one. Um, but yes, let's see. I there are times when I did my Christmas shopping, I'm ashamed to say, the night before. I do not shop early in the year because I did that at one time and everything I bought between then and Christmas, they bought it or they got it in something else. So it's like, okay, no, I can't do that. Um, let's see. So yeah, we've done most of our shopping. We only have 6 grandkids, so we got 6 that we need to buy for. Um, we don't buy so much for the older kids. We usually, we do things during the year, and we try to do things for birthdays. Um, but I just don't like to shop. Is that awful? I just do not like to shop. I don't like the crowds, and I don't like being all this the if I'm looking for something, I don't like it being picked over to where you have to settle on something because you haven't gotten anything yet. And although I have given money before, I think money is just not very personal at all, but the kids love it because they can go shopping. And the older kids love it because they can go out after Christmas and get all these great after Christmas buys. And I don't like to do that either. I just don't like to shop. I don't even like to grocery shop. It's just one of those things. But I don't want to call it in and let somebody else pick my stuff either. I don't want anybody else pawing over my stuff. So yeah, I can't have it both ways. Um, and let's see. Hubby ran the account low with Christmas presents for the kiddos and a gun he had to get. Oh, so he used up all your money, Doris? Yeah. Um, Amazon gift cards are always great. E-cards now, and you don't have to pick some that you have to, um, what do you call it? Activate them, where some of them charge you to activate. I don't like those either. Joy Bless says we'll be drawing the second day stay in the Smoky Mountains campground cabin after we reach 2,500. Yes, I think that's pretty cool. It's a gift from the campground owners. They want to help you grow. Oh, that's nice. Yes, y'all go over to Joy Bless Life. Um, they they have a great channel. I mean, anybody who's never been over there, they really do have a great channel. Um, Gummy says I did gift cards from Target. Only bought my 3 great grandchildren gifts. And you're all done. Yeah, I knew you'd be done. And she likes to shop, but her great grandbabies are all babies. So, little babies are easier to buy for than I've got an 18-year-old, I've got 2 15-year-olds, uh, a 13-year-old, 12, 13, and I got a 9 and a 7. I could be wrong on the dates. So, yeah, you know, they get harder. The 18-year-old is like, "Go pick out what you want." I'll just let her pick out what she wants. If you need a new pair of slacks, or does people still use that word, slacks? Pants, jeans, whatever. And so I just let her choose what she wants, and she's real good about buying it for her brother too, because she knows his sizes, and she can get his, and then I tell her to give it to her mother, and her mother wraps it for me. Because I used to wrap with all the pretty bows and ribbons, and take your little scissors and do those little curly Q things, and I used to, wrap, and then we got into bags, gift bags, and that kind of spoiled us. And so yeah, I'm bad. And I'm also bad about putting my name on the gift too. So if they wrap it, then they put the name on the gift. And we're passing out the gifts, and when we get together, there's like 13, 14 of us somewhere around in there, depending on if there's any extras. And they're like, "Okay, whose gift is this?" With the so and so wrapping paper. And they know not to ask anymore. It's just usually mine. Mine's the one that doesn't have a name on it. Um, let's see. Positively in the Philippines. Hello. Um, so that's kind of where we're at with the Christmas. It's like, you know, I really I like the most thing I like is when all the kids come over, and we can do lunch, we can do supper. If we do supper or towards the later in the day, we usually do games, and um, we let the kids open their gifts and just have family time. It's just family time. That I like it better than anything. Um, Joy blesses, my mom and family like to give money as well. It's easier. They don't have to be concerned about the gifts, and something um, gift is something that the receiver likes that way. Yeah, that's true. I mean, and like I said, when you're dealing with teenagers, um, let's see, MG is from the Philippines, watching in Kuwait. That's nice. Um, Doris says, "Hubby has me wrap everything except what he gets for me. I get to show the kiddos how to wrap gifts they get for each other." Yeah. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's like, see, Jen says, just saw that somewhere in Kuwait. Very interesting. I have never been to Kuwait either. I haven't been many places overseas, although I have been to Spain, and I did go to Morocco once, but that's about the extent of my overseas travels. Um, so yeah. Well, I guess it's getting it's getting pretty close today, and I have to run into town to pick up some things, and do some errands. It's not going to rain the rest of the day, but it's sure cold enough. So I got to bundle up. But I hope you all have a good week. And let's see, we have one more. I'll see you next week before Christmas. If I don't see you all, I appreciate you all coming. It's always fun to talk with you every week. And yeah, don't forget to hit that thumbs up when you're going out. I have I don't know. Did I accidentally put top chat instead of live chat? Um, I'm learning. Thank you, Doris. Uh, so yeah, everyone, you have a good week, and hope the weather cooperates with you like everyone else. Thank you, Heather's chubby hubby. I appreciate all you guys do. I appreciate my mods. You're keeping me on my toes. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Bye, Gummy. Don't work too hard. Bye, Joy. Bye, Jen. See you all next week. I'll pop in here shortly. Put my hat down a little bit further to cover up my ears, and we'll chat again. You need a new keyboard? It skips letters? Yeah, sometimes that's my fingers. They're too big for the little buttons, and it's really hard when you're on your phone. Thank you, Doris. I appreciate that. So we'll see you all next week. Y'all have a good one. Bye.